5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
hello.
good evening. Well, we're back after my little event last week, which was very nice. Spam fritters and piccalilli. Very nice. Anyway, hope everyone's well. What's happened to the weather in the UK? It's there today. We had the sun come out for about 10 seconds, and that was about it. Yeah, good evening, everyone. It's nice to be back. It has been the last 14 days. There's lots been happening.
That's good.
The scores on the doors. Yeah, I've done this over the 14 days because we haven't been here. So 11,844 views, 37 new subscribers. Boiling, lucky lot.
I didn't want to say anything.
It's going to be nice tomorrow, though. So that's the main thing. So what you've been watching, it seems like Laura Nairo, top 10, 116 people. We did that a little while ago, and people are getting back on board with that. Bad Rush, 196. But at the top, songs that failed to make the top 20, 390. There we go, Richard. People like that one. I did as well. It's amazing I'm not mum no hands and my name's coming up. That's good. I like that. Magic. Yeah. So the top short was that little short I did. Was it for Bank Holiday Monday? The little Deep Purple Mark II. Put in the little bits for them. 820. So the scores on the door for 28 days. A massive, whopping 57,984 views. That's a lot of people. 90 new subscribers. What have you been watching? Well, Laura Nairo over the month, 261. Bad Genesis, 279. And at the top of them already, the songs that failed to make the top 20, 390.
It's amazing whenever you think how many songs actually didn't make the top 20.
Yeah, there's some good. There was some. Well, I mean, we picked one. Loads. People put their own in. There's some really good songs in there. Yeah. Top short is another Deep Purple, and it's the Machine Head. 2,559. It's a bit of a popular album, that is, isn't it?
Mm.
Yes, so what's been happening since we started, which has now been 4 years?
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday for Sunday of last.
Yes. So we've had 741,338 views. And we've now amassed 2,780 subscribers. So what's been watching? So not much has changed in the order, but the viewings has. Mike Oldfield is 4530. Derek Riggs is 4557. But Jethro Tull is now 4628.
Oh, that's a big jump.
That is a huge jump from 2 weeks. Slade.
Thank you, Mick. Good evening or good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Slade is now 5,342. Quo, 10,973.
Mm.
And the Paul Diano tribute has gone up as well. That's now at 4,513.
Crikey.
I know, it's amazing. Anyway, the laundry list and all that sort of thing. Well, Dwight Yoakam, the Hollies, Kayak, and Rick James. So we've started on some new ones. Got Madness. Yes, the Madness album rankings coming up. I've listened to 2, 13. Cold Chisel. Now they're going, who the hell are Cold Chisel? You'll find out in a minute, because the next one we're listening to is Jimmy Barnes. Now, before Jimmy Barnes is a band called Cold Chisel as well.
Yeah. And it's not the Jimmy Barnes we know, it's Jimmy Barnes, the Australian singer.
The Aussie group, that's it. That's it. And I've listened to 2 of Little Feat as well. So yeah, I mean, I've been listening to Jimmy Barnes records for a very long time. When I first come across Jimmy Barnes was watching a Ian Gillan show, and he brought out on stage, and there's my good mate Jimmy Barnes, and he come out this big rugged Australian, g'day, boom, and you go, oh yeah. So we've been listening to that. So yeah, and I've been a big fan for years, and it's about time that we did give him some love. So that's what's been going on. So if I do that and do that, where's the quiet dog?
I don't know. He's being quiet. What did you give him to?
I haven't given him it.
And he hasn't complained.
No.
That's very unusual. Is he all right?
Well, I'll if you do hatches and matches, matches and dispatches, I'll find out if he's all right. Hold on, no. He's got it. He's all right. He's just a dash out. He'll do it in his time.
Oh well. Well, hatches, matches, and dispatches we're doing 2 weeks because there were a lot of people had birthdays, etc. So, since our last stream, believe it or not, only 4 people have passed away. Well, more than 4 people, but 4 musicians. So on Jill, and I think it's pronounced Sobule or Sobule, American folk and alt singer-songwriter. On the 5th, James Baker, the Aussie rock drummer. He's been in The Victims, The Scientists, Beast Suburban, and Hoodoo Gurus, who have been added to the list courtesy of Zeb. On the 10th, Larry Lee, an American country rock guitarist. He played with the Ozark Mountain Devils. And on the 11th, John Edwards. He was an American R&B singer. He sang with the Spinners way back when. Those are the 4 that we found. Birthdays. We've got 2 sets of birthdays. So, from last week, on the 8th, youngest to oldest, at 45, it was happy birthday to Michelle McManus, Scottish singer, columnist, radio broadcaster, TV presenter. She won the 2nd and final series of Pop Idol, UK talent show. Back in 2003 and in 2004, she made history when she became the first Scottish female artist to debut at the top of the UK single charts with a debut single. 48 last week, Joseph Leonard Bonamassa. Joe Bonamassa, American blues rock guitarist, singer, songwriter. You know, he started his career at the age of 12 whenever he opened for B.B. King. That's some record. 49 last week was Martha Wainwright. And you're thinking, why do I know the name? She's a Canadian singer, songwriter, and musician. She's released 7 critically acclaimed studio albums, and the reason you know her name is because she's the younger sister of singer-composer Rufus Wainwright. 50 last week was Enrique Miguel Iglesias Preisler. He's the youngest child of Julio Iglesias, the Spanish singer and songwriter. 53 was Darren Stanley Hayes, Aussie singer, songwriter, music producer, and composer. And he's the singer of the pop duo Savage Garden. 54 last week was Candice Knight, American singer, musician. She's been the vocalist, lyricist, and multi-instrumentalist for the trad folk rock project Blackmore's Night since its origins in 1997. Her husband, of course, is Richie Blackmore. She's also the backing vocalist for Rainbow. She's been doing that 94 to 97 and been doing it since 2015. 72 was Alexander Arthur Van Halen, the American musician, drummer, co-founder with his younger brother, Eddie, of Van Halen, the band. 74 was Philip James Bailey, American singer, songwriter, percussionist, and best known as an early member and one of the two lead singers, along with the founder of the group. He was Morris White, and the group was called Earth, Wind and Fire. Also 74 was Charton Christopher France. Chris France, recognize the name. He's the American musician, record producer. He's the drummer for two bands, both of which he co-founded with his wife, who happens to be a bass player. She is Tina Weymouth, and they co-founded the Talking Heads and Tom Tom Club. And then 85 last week was Catherine Antoinette Tenniel, or Tony Tenniel, American singer, songwriter, keyboardist, one half of Captain and Tenniel, with her husband, her former husband, I should say, Daryl Dragon. And then we had the +1 last week. He hit 99. And I sincerely hope that he makes it to 100 next year. At 99 years young, David Attenborough, the English environmentalist TV host, he was responsible for BBC Two for many, many years. He brought us Doctor Who and a lot of other programs, all his natural history stuff. Fabulous person. Absolute gent. Like I say, I hope he's around so we can celebrate 100 next year. Anyway, this week, May the 15th, we've got 7 birthdays. 46 today. Happy birthday, Dominic Scott, Irish-born English guitarist and the founder of the English rock band Roundstone and a founding member of the alt-rock band Keane. 51 today is an American musician, writer, actor, and trustee of a family trust. And his name is Ahmet Emukha Rodan Zappa. He's the third child of Frank Zappa. 72 today, and his name has already been mentioned, is Michael Gordon Oldfield, the English-Irish singer-songwriter, guitarist, and producer, and has been retired for the last 2 years, I do believe. 77 today is Brian Peter George Eno, the English musician, songwriter, record producer, visual artist, and activist. 78 is Graham George Goble, or Gobble. I don't know how it's pronounced. He's an Aussie musician, singer, songwriter, and record producer. But he's best known as a founding member of the Aussie rock group Little River Band. And he also helped co-found Bertels Shorrock Goble. And then we have a pair. We have a granny and a granddad tonight at 89 years young. Granny is Anna Maria Alberghetti. She's an Italian-American actress and soprano. She's been singing in concerts since she was a child. She performed at Carnegie Hall at the age of 13. Also 89 and granddad is Ralph Idris Steadman. We've included him because he's an illustrator, cartoonist, but He has drawn album covers for numerous music artists, including The Who, Exodus, Frank Zappa, and Ambrosia. So there's your birthdays for last week and this week. Weddings, the marriages, the matches. Last week we had 2. Back in 1978, Donny Osmond married Deborah Glenn. And in 2009, Irish Westlife singer Cian Egan married British actress Jodie Albert. This week, today, we've got 4. I remember watching this lady in movies. She was a dancer. Back in 1948, American dancer and actress Sid Charisse. She married American pop singer Tony Martin. And they stayed married. As far as I know, she's still alive. I could be wrong, but 2015, former Spice Girl Jerry Halliwell married F1 team racing boss. Can you remember his name? Christian Horner, boss of Red Bull. 2021, American pop singer Ariana Grande married American realtor Dalton Gomez. Unlike the rest of us, her marriage only lasted 2 years because they got divorced in 2023. Back in 2022, Kourtney Kardashian and Blink-182 drummer Travis Barker got married in Santa Barbara. For real. Why for real? Because shortly before, they got married in Las Vegas, but it was illegal because they didn't have a license.
Have you got that last one?
I know. So we've also got some results to announce.
Oh, yeah.
So the sophomore drone from the 1st of the month between Yes and Genesis was a close run affair. It ended up at 22 to 27 in favor of Genesis. So Trespass came out on top. Last week, it was Sparks versus Queen. And I'm sorry to say that it was a bit of a drubbing. 32 to 2. Queen overwhelmed Sparks. So Iain forecasted correctly, so he is 2-1 up.
And I'm doing all right tonight because I've just looked at in the live stream poll. It's 10 votes and it's 10-0 to that madness.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh well, right. That's Hatches, Matches, and Dispatches, so I can get rid of that.
Are we gonna? Do you want to do the wheel next?
Can do.
Well, while you're getting that, I'm gonna give shout out to someone I thought had disappeared. And it's
yes,
the
welcome
sound person. We're so glad you're back. We thought you'd disowned us. The person that just randomly goes through my videos and puts a thumbs down. Not just a 1 to about 20. Welcome back, my friend, whoever you are. And we've missed you.
Right, that's not where did it?
I just noticed the other day. But the one that you did shouldn't have done it on is someone's birthday top 10. That's a bit naughty. That's someone's birthday. I don't fix that. I just look on my when I get my information from and I just say what was in the top 10. That's nothing. And if it's rubbish, it's rubbish. If it's not, it's not. I mean, that was the 50s, so there was some good stuff in that one. But may long you reign on my channel with your little thumbs down.
Why did I think that you had done Rory Gallagher?
I haven't done him at all. Well, I should really.
I know. I was just looking back to have a look see and
yes, I did like today's. It was a
Wow.
It was an easy choice to pick Madness, but they were both cracking albums.
I'm actually quite surprised that he's not on the list.
Oh dear, you better put him on the list then.
Yes.
Rory is great. I know. I've seen him twice, and he was fabulous both times.
It's only 11. I'm sure you have done something with Rory.
I don't think I've never done anything with Rory, which is a shame, really.
Oh, wait, no. He's been included whenever you did another group.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So, yeah.
He's 11 albums.
Okay. Brilliant.
So
hang on. I found the right page. I've just got to find my pen now. What have I done with it? There it is.
It was Pulsar that asked for that, wasn't it?
I think so, yes. It was.
Good. You can see it because I can't, because I'm typing. There we go. He's added to the list, Pulsar. Right. That there.
Now just got to do the... Dave's got the wheel up. We'll be doing the...
sorry, Pulsar. Hoodoo Gurus was Pulsar's suggestion, not Zeb. Sorry about that. Hang on. Isn't it? Can we wait for a couple of minutes?
I'll do what's on next week.
Junifer, I'm looking up Junifer.
We'll look at what's on next week while Dave's sorting that out. So what have we got next week? Let's have a look, shall we? And on Monday, we are doing a bit of symphonic metal and a bit of epica. Great band. Simone with her red hair. And everyone going, ah, perfect side, bit of prog. We're going to have a look at Brain Salad Surgery from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Ooh, tough one that'll be. Tuesday. Now, this one is Dave likes this band. They're two Croatian celloists.
A Serb and a Croat.
A Serb and a Croat, and they're called Two Cellos, and basically they take rock music and play it phenomenally on cellos.
Yes, and you can actually see them on YouTube, famously doing a little piece where somebody, a famous musician, is signing autographs in a little music shop, and they go in and sort of poo-poo and head round to the instruments and start playing, and he ends up jamming with them. It's excellent. It really is excellent.
Retro Ranking next week is another great little battle. Bit of Fun Boy 3. Can't go wrong with a bit of Fun Boy 3 on a Tuesday afternoon. That takes us to nostalgia time for Wednesday. It's the Frank Sinatra 1960s. Now, he put out so many albums, I've split it into two because we'll be there for ages. So, more Frank, which takes us through till Wednesday. We've got a really good sophomore drone. Two of the biggest heavy metal bands the UK ever put out. And at the time, Saxon were bigger than Iron Maiden. So we've got Killers by Iron Maiden and Wheels of Steel from Saxon.
Oh,
and it's a shame it just didn't fall on the right Thursday. But
yes.
A week later, a little video. Now, everyone's seen heard the Exposed album, but there was a film made of it as well called Exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's the same one on thing, and it's pretty decent. And so I'll be having a look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Takes us to Friday. Got a great live Jefferson Airplane.
If I remember correctly, that was originally a Pulsar request.
I don't know. I can't remember. But
no, for the studios.
Yeah, we're doing Airplane version live albums, and Robin Trower, Come Find Me. The man's still knocking
Hang on,
out.
it's Come and Find Me.
Come and Find Me. Yes, Bit Jefferson Airplane, you can't go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the end of the week because it's a Saturday, and look what we've got. What value for entertainment.
It's a foursome.
We've got Richard and myself, and we've got Nick and Mike, and we're doing a tier ranking on Madness's singles from 1979 to 1985, which will be a lot of fun. I've never done a tier ranking with more than just me. This could be fun. I'm looking forward to it though, and so are the rest of the guys. So that's next Saturday. That's what's happening next week, plus all the usual shorts and what have you.
Pulsar, I'm sorry to hear that. Now let's add me. Now let's add that. And then let's take that off. There we go. That's the way it should be.
That's the way you do it. Let's get rid of that.
Yeah, but then we do this. Thank you.
Wow.
Boom. There we go.
Oh, it's the wheel.
Yay.
So
Now
what's the first year we go with the first country in which?
Oh, crikey. Hang on.
It's the 12th of June, isn't it?
I need to go and look back here.
I think it's
Oh,
12th of June. UK top 10, 12th of June.
I'm having to scroll up to find. Yes, it'll be the 12th and the 26th. UK on the 12th. So
here we go.
Now, we did say that we didn't want
1996.
Right. Well, the wheel ends at 1994.
So that's all right then. So just spin them.
So we give it a shuffle 2 or 3 times and then bump.
Well, what year am I going to start looking at stuff for?
Ooh.
Ooh.
1916. That should be a rather good year, I think.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
So now we're going. So very well organised here.
You do that. I scribble. Okay, 19.
Yes, I'll scribble that down. So this one will be for the June the 26th. The US top 10.
Oh, it only just crept in. 1963.
1963.
Mm.
So 260 years. That'll be really good.
Yeah. I can stop sharing that.
I wasn't born yet either. I had 6 years to go.
4 and 7 I was. In fact, my little sister was being born. Or no, had been born. Had been born.
So there we go. That's all that.
Or 63.
So yeah, just waiting for everyone to appear and yeah. So last week we thought we was going to have tea and cucumber sandwiches, and we ended up with spam fritters, homemade Dick and Lily, and chips cooked as they were in 1945.
Beef dripping.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then ended up with bread and butter pudding.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a lot of fun.
I mean, there are 1 or 2 places that still do chips cooked in beef dripping.
It's very, very
It's
nice.
bloody it is. It's very nice. But I can remember back in the early 60s, I can remember having a beef dripping sandwich.
Yeah, my granddad used to have beef dripping sandwiches.
I mean, the
And
taste
pork.
was awesome, but the cholesterol levels, oh my God. It didn't
Yeah, I
so
mean,
much
he used to do pork dripping as well.
Oh, yes. Still do.
Yeah.
Still do.
I mean, when I lived in Brixworth, I used to be pork dripping from the butcher.
Mm-hmm.
That was always a
Yeah.
pot of pork dripping in my fridge.
Oh, yes.
It was done. I used to do me roast potatoes in it. I used to have it on toast. Not good for the figure, mind you. But then again, I was a bit more able-bodied in them days. So
Yeah. Plus, you had a mountain to climb to get to the flat.
this is it. So I was working in a care home, so I was lugging stuff around all the time. I was moving and handling trainers.
Yeah, Richard's right. Cholesterol levels don't count in British cuisine.
No, not really.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have been watching some videos this week, and on some of these American people trying to. Well, they're not cooking; they're playing. Cooking.
You mean what we were talking about beforehand?
Yeah, and how's this? Making a chili with a canned chili, and no word of a lie. Yeah, got the cat, took the lid off, and turned it upside down, and got their knife and. Yeah, my God, I wouldn't do that with my knives.
What was he doing? What was he doing with the knife?
He stabbed the bottom of this tin so the tinned chili could come out the can. And it weren't one of them tins, it was one of them catering tins.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I know he says instead of doing that, if you could cook, you'd actually make your own chili.
Oh my God, that's dreadful.
Yeah, good evening, Andy. Yeah, totally agree. There's nothing wrong with a bit of dripping.
Yes. M-E.
Oh, God, look at this man. And then
the only way to have it is on fried soda bread.
Yeah. Well.
That's even better. All right, I've got to go and look up this band, MEW.
Mew. I just live in a little ambulance. Yeah, you're right, Andy, but...
a Danish alt-rock band.
Oh, okay. A little bit of moo then. Yeah, it's another band I forgot to mention about this. I'm listening to Wire. They were a great British sort of punky band. They're another fantastic band. 4 times. Hi, Lisa. Welcome.
Evening, Lisa. Let's see. Right, that's Mew added. Rory Gallagher added. Juniper Green added.
You'll probably get them in 2027.
Oh. Let's see, 22. That makes that.
Yes. We've got a couple of more stories, and then I'm going to not do any stories for a little while so we can get through some of these outstanding rankings that you keep asking for. So we've got 2 more full stories and the one we're doing at the moment, and then I'm going to concentrate on getting through some of these rankings.
Right. Just purely out of interest for our viewers and listeners, the current laundry list of bands per se, just bands, is 242 acts, 2,351 albums at a minimum. because there are a few that we haven't worked out how many there are yet.
Yeah.
So they're entered as a 0, so it's a minimum of 2,351.
Yeah.
Plus, we've also got the ladies. And the ladies, there's 53 acts, and they total 826 albums at a minimum. Again, there's a couple that need to be.
There's plenty for Ladies' Day, so I haven't got to worry about that.
I mean, we're talking over 3,000 albums.
So I need to crack through them. So
plus, there's let's have a look here. We have the schedule worked out to the end of June, the start of July.
Yeah.
And there are 69 videos ready to be done that aren't on the schedule yet.
A ranking of the drifters. Now that could be interesting, yes. Working out for that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a bit of drifters.
No.
Yes, for those some of us now, Richard's Vinyl Tap House will know that. I have finished listening to certain persons' live albums. It's only taken me 3 months to listen to all of them, on top of everything else. So a certain chap called Mr. Webb will be is in the schedule for a live album ranking, but it was a tough one as well. It was a very, very tough one. Yeah, Richard knows what I'm talking about.
Right, I'm going to say the Drifters is 11.
11. That's cool.
Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 compilations that are included in the discography.
Well, I'll go through them and see what's what. But there will be one.
So,
yeah, I mean, the what Richard will know I'm talking about. No one else will. This artist, but it was a very hard one because of the quality of live material.
Oh, it was that Richard that asked. Okay.
Yeah, you two that have kept quiet, that you've had a nice day, and we've had a cold, miserable. No, it's not been cold, but it's been dull as ditch water here.
Well, normally it's the other way round. You get all the sun, we get all the rain and cloud. It's been nice for it to be the other way round.
Yes.
But guess what's coming up? The Gulf is coming back to Northern Ireland. Guess what? It's probably going to rain.
More than likely.
Yes.
Oh, I've just noticed something. Just a moment. So on my windowsill, I've got some cups that someone a birthday present. They've got pictures of trains on the funny thing. But the woman moved to the edge because I've had the windows open in the last couple of days, and when the wind raised, the blinds moved it very close to the edge. So I thought I'd better put it back. Yes. So yeah. Greetings, Ramon. Hope you're well.
Bon après-midi. Yes, Richard, it's coming to Portrush.
Yes. Watch out for them golf balls.
It's a nice course. It's a very nice course to play. Not always. Not always, Richard.
No, we haven't. Although, how was this? Well, when was it? Tuesday? No, Monday. It was raining in our town centre, but not here.
Come on, you've walked down my main street, and it's been raining on one side and brilliant sunshine on the other side.
Well, that happened at Milton Keynes Station once. It was absolutely peeing it down on platform 1, where the car park is, and it was rain. Platform 6, bone dry.
Yeah. Evening, Simon. Welcome in.
Yes, bone dry. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Isn't it? One side of the station was rain, the other was. It was quite interesting.
That's there. And
Oh,
Mike,
evening,
good
Mike.
evening. That's there. That's done that. That's been added.
Yeah. So it's cup final here in the UK.
You'll be watching the cup final. I'll be watching something else.
Well, I will be watching cup final and doing other bits as well.
No, I shall be watching the Grand Prix.
Oh, where will be flipping?
Quali and practice 3, quali, and then the Grand Prix on Sunday.
Because I've got friends coming around on Saturday for football and an Indian meal.
And whenever Iain cooks Indian, he does it proper like.
Yeah. I like that. Stundy. I've no idea what it's about. Sophomore album, Absolutely Madness, and Looney Tunes Bad Manners. I like how he's voted. Excellent stuff. I'll just say it for you. Richard says hello to everybody because he doesn't know who he said hello to and who's not. Lisa likes the Drifters. I don't think there's no one that doesn't like the Drifters, regardless of what music you listen to.
I'd wait until after you've done the video because you never know. Somebody might put a thumbs down on it. now that he's reappeared.
Yes, thumbs down. I've got to give him a proper nickname, haven't I?
Yeah. Down there.
Okay, not mine.
There.
See, I don't know what that means. Drifters
Well,
don't suck. They do not suck. Even my grandparents like the Drifters. But then I was lucky. I had grandparents that loved music.
Good evening, Stunty. Or bonsoir.
Whatever. Bonsoir.
It's like and in case Stunty speaks Flemish, apologies. Don't know Flemish.
Was it when I did the top 10 for birthday, and it had the Mudlarks Lollipop. Now I've got that in storage on 78. Even Rocky loves the Drifters. Yes. If you put the Drifters, when I have the Drifters on, he just sits there and chills out to it. It's Eurovision on Saturday as well, is it? Yeah.
It's second semi-final is tonight. And I don't know why the UK are competing because they're guaranteed to be in the final anyway.
I've lost touch with it all now. I mean, I did it a couple of years ago to make some videos, and that's the last time I watched it because it was awful.
It was.
Yeah, it's just not what I used to watch. I mean, I remember the year Bucks Fizz won it. I was in hospital, so being on the children's ward, they put all the beds, because we're all orthopedic, so we couldn't get up, so they put all the beds in one end, and we had pizza and watching the songs, and it was all good fun.
Kept you entertained, kept you quiet for a bit.
Yeah. See, there you go. I know Mike's a big fan of Eurovision.
It is. I mean, I can remember we always, whenever Eurovision was Eurovision back in the day, before it became really political, it was always a case of sit down and you listened to every song. And we, as a family, Mum, Dad, Mary, Eugene, and myself, we'd, oh, I like that song. No, I don't like that. No, I love it. I don't like it. Da, 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 da. And we'd have our own little sort of vote as we went along. We'd tally things up.
Yeah, we used to do that.
And it was good fun.
We did it in hospital as well. It was just so much fun.
Yeah. But nowadays, it's so political. It's contrived. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I used to. I mean, the voting used to always crack me up.
And I mean, bringing in countries. I mean, Australia. If Australia win, they don't host the next one. Another country has to take their place.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to like it in the old days where the communications used to break down. And I used to like, my favourite bit was when the French used to say United Kingdom. Or
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which it was pretty good because obviously when I was at school learning French, our French teacher said to watch, and then she'd give us a test what each country was, European country was, see if we remembered it.
Oops.
This is true. I don't think even Eurovision was going to get the PIL. There we go. I remember the last time we won it. I actually watched it.
Oh, good. Those numbers add up. Right.
Lots of nil points. Yeah.
Nah.
Lots of nil points.
I'm on to Father's Day. Good one.
What next to the Eurovision? I should have entered Magnus or Toya. Come see if I'm doing a cover of Return of the Giant Hogweed. That would have been something to see, I think.
Waterloo, Richard.
Good evening. Now, here's the man who'll tell you one Eurovision song that everybody remembers.
The one that everyone remembers.
Yeah.
Napoleon surrendered.
I don't know. I mean, was it? You know, I've got no idea. I've got no idea what song you're
Oh, now we get a caveat. Fine, except Waterloo.
Puppet on a String.
Oh dear. Yeah, I mean,
Boom banger, boom banger bang.
yeah. But the thing is, you know, you go on about Eurovision being absolute crap, and I think you should just embrace it. You know, and you know this idea that somehow the voting's all rigged and all the countries vote for their next door neighbours. Who bloody cares? Who cares who wins Eurovision? Quite honestly, it's an event and it's best watched. Absolutely paralytic.
Yeah,
I should know. So for about the last 5 years now, every Eurovision Saturday, we go out for a meal and come back, sit down in front of the telly with absolutely loads of booze, and we watch Eurovision. And the next, and the next morning, none of us can remember who won or anything or any of the songs. You know, that's the way to watch.
Well, that's highly entertaining, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just it's just an excuse, and you just think how outrageous can these people get, and that's what it seems to be nowadays. It's
it's glorified karaoke, isn't it? Really?
Well, yeah, but the UK don't seem to understand that. The UK seem to think it's a song contest that has to be won, and that's why they're so bloody bad at it.
Yeah, I mean, we used to get it right.
Well, not
I
really.
say we, UK and Ireland.
Well,
Ireland got it more right.
Yeah, I mean that was a different, that was a different era, wasn't it? What was it? Because it was when Dana's one, hadn't she? And what was
Dana,
that? What was
Johnny
that really,
Logan.
really boring? Yeah, Johnny Logan, and a really boring guy. Yeah.
What's another year?
Did he win it twice, or was it 3 times?
I think it's
twice as a performer, once as a writer.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's when Eurovision isn't worth it. It's just got to be. You just got to, go with it.
Ireland have it in some back. Where did they have it? In that back end town in the middle of nowhere. One year.
Well, they had it
Baggy Island.
Yeah. You're getting you're getting mixed up with the All Ireland, Priests song contest, aren't you? My lovely holes.
Was it Millhouse or somewhere? And everyone was going, "Where the hell was that?"
Was it? I thought it was in. Was it in Waterford?
I'm just scrolling back here to see when we last did it. Let's see, 1997 is the Point Theatre in Dublin, twice.
Well, that was this.
It was out at RDS, the Royal Dublin Showgrounds. The Gaiety Theatre.
They take it really seriously in Sweden. Look.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. God, yes.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, but it just has to be enjoyed and not taken seriously.
I know it used to be enjoyable, but in recent years,
it still is. It's brilliant. It's absolutely.
I know.
Brilliant.
But there's been all this controversy bringing politics. Oh, this country shouldn't compete because of.
Well, yeah. I mean, without mentioning any names, there's one country that certainly shouldn't be involved in any sort of international sort of singing competition. Yeah. But yeah, and I just think it's disgusting that that this country is in it. But there you go.
You got, I think, wasn't it last year that a contestant got banned the day before the competition?
That was that guy in. Was it the Icelandic entry?
No, I don't think it was Iceland.
Dutch. I think it was the Dutch.
Oh, it was a Dutch. You're right. It was a Dutch. I can't remember what he did or said. Was it? There was something happened backstage with
someone says
a female sort of crew member, wasn't there?
Yeah, he was accused of being inappropriate towards a crew member, being aggressive and inappropriate. But to ban the guy, the entry and whatnot, what? That's not the spirit. Okay, yes, there are rules.
I mean, assaulting women backstage isn't really in the spirit of Eurovision either, is it?
No. Such is life. Let's have a look here.
So, talking of the scene of bad manners, tough one today, Nick. Looney Tunes and Absolutely? Or is it just a no-brainer?
No-brainer, really, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bad Manners album isn't well known, really, is it? Sort of.
No, their first album, Scar and B, is probably their best one.
Yeah.
That the greatest hits.
Yeah. But up against one of the greatest sort of albums.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very often I give full marks to an album on a battle like that, but at the end of the day, everything about it is full marks.
Oh, and what do you have to do? Hands up because you got what wrong?
I said 5 out of 10, and I left it at 3 from last week.
So the math didn't add up on screen to what was said.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's such an iconic cover, isn't it? Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah, which one?
Yeah, I did mention that.
As I now know, Dick.
Yeah. Stick with me, you'll learn stuff.
I know. I've learned so much already, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did mention you today, Nick. So this my colleague's the expert on the cover. I don't know what one I actually put up as the picture. I think it's the one with it just under his chin, you know.
Yeah.
There's another record shop opening, isn't there? Earls Barton.
Yeah. A friend of mine said we got a record shop opening.
June the 1st, apparently.
Is it going to be used time or what?
I think so.
Yeah.
Perhaps a bit of both,
There's
but
a
I
best
don't know.
Oh, I don't know where they're opening it though. I shall inquire.
It's in the old post office.
Know where that is?
Christ, I haven't been to Earls Barton for years.
My family there.
No, I don't know. I can picture virtually the middle of the town. And I know there's a big shoe factory there, isn't there? Is it still there?
Barker's. Yeah, my granddad worked for Barker's. He didn't have far to walk either to work. It was across the road. my great grandma's house was literally opposite the factory. So he went to school, he walked out of school on Friday, and Monday morning he was in the booty factory.
You used to better do that back in the 80s. You'd walk out of one job, down the road and into another.
Yeah.
Good God, you wouldn't be able to do it now.
Now they sort of opened up the gates and all the school kids went in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they found out what they were good at, and that's...
Yeah.
See, my granddad became a master cobbler. He could make shoes from with his hands from scratch. He had all the gear, and he made my first pair of school shoes.
Wow.
And they lasted years. That's how good they were.
I've got airwear boots. I think they're over 30 years old. Never been resold.
Wow. Yeah. But they're made to last, aren't they?
Oh,
yeah,
Christ, yeah.
I've got a pair of Church's shoes that I had. I had a friend that worked there, and when I got married in '93, he got them. He said, "Yeah, I have these," and I've still got them today. And I think they've been resold about 4 times. That's all they need. But it's when I do get them resold, it's blooming expensive.
Yeah. I expect the leather soles, aren't they?
Yeah. Good afternoon, Art. I had a message from Art today. He said, "Are you still doing this?" And we said, "We certainly are."
Mm-hmm.
It's lovely to see you in the gallery, Art.
Yes, welcome back in.
And here we go. Just in the gallery, Art.
Oh, hi, gozaimasu.
Are we here to talk about your shoes today, Ian?
What about my shoes? 1993. No.
I was drawn.
Oh, God, what?
I dropped what I was doing.
How old were your shoes, Ian? When did you get them? 93?
93, yeah.
Oh, and I can beat you on that then.
Oh.
I got a pair of Churches from 1989.
Oh,
Never been resold.
Oh, it's one thing we have.
What's
Buster, go away.
Oh yeah, you can. You're gone.
I saw you went to that record fair at Leeds, Mike, and you picked up some Japanese records. Girl from Impanina.
Yeah, from the record fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Pretty good.
condition?
Yeah.
Were they in
I
good
mean,
condition?
you were asking Nick when the guy's around, but he says he's there most months, but he isn't.
Well, he's never been there when
We've never
me and
seen him.
Ian have been up there.
And unless he hides himself away somewhere most months. I've only seen him about 2 or 3 times altogether. But he's got some great stuff.
I should have told him. That's wonderful. Yeah, it's an open house tonight. We can discuss anything that anyone wants.
Yes.
But since we are, this is a riveting shoe discussion, isn't it? It's really
Well,
Yeah.
it's
I come with
tales of the unexpected. This is, yeah.
we've had Eurovision, we've had shoes.
I mean, I had spam fritters for my tea last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I remember that was one of the regulars for school dinners.
Yeah.
Spam fritters, because they're so cheap to make, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
But
That
Get 'em from the
that
tip shop.
and it kept the bills down.
Yeah.
What do? You deep fry spam? Is that the?
Basically, yeah.
it was
Yeah.
more
Spam in butter. It's disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, give over.
Well, it all depends on what you fry it in. If it's fried
Yeah.
in oil, it's bloody awful. If it's fried in dripping, it's gorgeous.
Well, there you go.
just
you
like
see-
the tip.
You see, Michael, you get the sort of finer points of British cuisine when you come on here.
Yes. I know.
Dripping or lard is better for you than vegetable oils.
Right.
Is it?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and they served it with a nice big dollop of homemade piccalilli.
That's
what?
it. Piccalilli. Pickled
Piccalilli.
vegetables. It's a relish.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's got a nice, real tang to it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the kind that we Americans put on our hot dogs, that green relish.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
no, better than that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's got onions in it, cauliflower.
Cauliflower, don't it? Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah. And it's bright yellow.
yeah, that's the turmeric. Yeah, we were starting to sing that. We were going,
Yeah.
oh, my wonderful spam.
Yeah.
Then I went into my Terry Jones. Spam.
Yeah. I've got the single.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too. I've got that from.
people say I do a really good version of Terry Jones doing his sort of female voices.
Yeah. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
Yeah. He was always the one, wasn't he? Whenever they wanted a female character, it was always Terry,
He was
wasn't
the
it?
first one to don the frock.
Yeah.
Well, him, John Cleese, and Graham were the they
Yeah.
were always dressed up as women. Well, they all did, didn't they? At some stage.
Yeah. But it was it was always Terry, though, wasn't it? He was always one of them. Yeah.
Yes,
he
well,
was
they
the one that
reenact-
got one of it more.
Yeah.
it's like the reenactment group, isn't it? What are you going to reenact today? The Battle of Bosworth Field.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Women's Institute. Yeah.
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 I went to a record fair myself last Saturday.
Oh,
Did you?
yeah, mate.
Yeah, I hadn't intended to, but I'm thinking about doing a day's epic record hunting. And I think there's about 7 venues
Wow.
to cover in one day. And starting off would be at Stamford Record Fair, which is only about Stamford's only about half an hour from me. I went to the record fair. Just around the corner from that, there's a stall on the market. He sells records, but it's all brand new stuff and reissues. And I found them quite expensive, to be honest. Then you wouldn't believe what happened. When I was in the record fair in Stamford, I'd come out, went to the stall on the market, and I planned to get in the car and drive just around the corner and that to a little tiny record store that I discovered a couple of weeks ago when I delivered to a shop next door to it. But when I was in the record fair, chip shop down the road had caught fire, or one of the cookers had gone up in flames or whatever.
Wow.
And my car was in an area which the police and the fire brigade had bloody taped off.
Oh dear. Oh, bad luck.
But after much begging, the copper who was manning the tape, one line of tape, said, yeah, I could go in and get my car out, providing I could manage to winkle it out the car parking space and past the fire engine, which was partially blocking the way. I said, look, mate, I can drive an articulated lorry. I can damn sure get the car out of that bloody tight little space. And so I did.
Yeah.
And thank God for that. Otherwise, I could have been stuck there for hours. And I drove round to where this other little record store is. Parking is extremely limited, as is a lot of space, part of the streets and that in this town. It's all twisty, narrow, ancient cobbled streets, some of it. So I drove around the block, came back to the shop when there was a space bang right outside the front door.
Wow.
So I got in it quick, smart, and went in. Now, it's only a tiny shop. If you can imagine Wall of Sound in Leeds,
Yeah.
it's about the same width, but about half the length.
Oh my God.
Who were misses?
It's just you and them, right?
Imagine a very small, or imagine a box room.
Yeah. It's like two phone.
It's like a box room, and you got the counter and that at one end, which obviously leads to other rooms at the back of the shop. But there's like a small display. There's like a wooden display stand thing in the middle, and records all around the outside of the walls. And I had a good chat with the seller and that as well. And he actually organises the International Record Fair in Birmingham.
Oh, right.
At the Motorcycle Museum, which I've been to before, but I haven't been for a good few years. He had a good selection of stuff, some good cheap stuff. He had a hell of a lot of stiff 7-inch singles.
Ooh.
Yeah. I spent 30 quid on stiff 7-inch singles. Lots of stuff for £2, up to about £4 or £5.
Yeah.
He had a couple of reissues on stiff of Damned, New Rose, which I might go back for at a later date.
Yeah.
But that place in Spalding, the garden centre place, Uptown Records. So I found out the day after, Sunday, they've also got a little shop there as well in Stamford. And it was near where I was parked, and I didn't know, but I'm going to go back on Saturday and see if it is there, because it's all part of this sort of big day out I want to do. Start
Right.
off at one and go to each single place, which I've got planned. Just get in there, buy something quick, on to the next one, because there's like 7 or 8 to cover.
Yeah, sounds
And
good.
then I end up in Skegness, because there's a shop there, a place called Chip Pan Alley, which Beetle Dave visited a while ago, and I never knew that it was there. Like, but yeah, but I'm not in a position to show anything at the minute what I purchased, because there's a lot of moving of furniture going on upstairs at the minute, and the granddaughter's jumping up and down and arsing around, and my daughter's trying to calm her down.
Right.
So I might be able to get up there in about 10, 15 minutes or so when things are quieting down a bit, and I'll show you what I've got.
Okay.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Well, I had was it that last week? I had a message left on my Peter Hamill ranking that I did from a person. I looked and it was from Martin Pottinger. He says, "Hi, I'm Martin Pottinger. I think I played drums on Viking."
Yes, he did.
He did, and I reminded him that he played on Imperial Zeppelin and Candle and Solitude as well.
Right.
There you go.
So there goes. The stars watch my videos.
Was he just being modest when he said, "I think I played"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That was British modesty.
Or it might be like the thing about the 60s, isn't it? When it's, if you can remember the 60s, you weren't really there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Oh yeah. I'll place a bet that Nick finds at least 4 copies of Cars in these shops.
3.
3.
3.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's raided one of the others.
Dear, oh dear. I don't know how many I've got now. I wonder if there's an entry in the Guinness Book of World Records for the person with the most copies of Cars.
You need to hire a registrar.
Yeah.
To come in there and document.
Yeah. I also, since we were last here, I've listened to that Cha Cha album. But do you remember me showing you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've watched the film.
Did you manage to watch it all the way through?
Yes.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not quite what I said.
Yeah.
The album's very strange. It's
Yeah.
you'd think with Lena Lovitch and Nina Hagen on it, it'd be quite sort of very punky and outrageous.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's like a mixture of pop on the album, new wave, weird music. There's jazz on there. There's even rhythm and blues.
Oh wow.
Nothing wrong with that.
And that's on the album.
Yeah.
It's probably a grower, the album.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
If I'd known then what I know, if I knew then what I know now, I don't think I'd have picked it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was only like the picture of Nina Hagen and Lena Lovitch on there to sort of grab my attention.
Yeah.
The film, oh
The
God,
film is horrible. Yeah, I bookmarked it and watched bits and pieces of it. I just wasn't engaging.
No,
no,
no.
no,
It,
probably because it was
whole
in a
plot though,
foreign
didn't it?
language.
It was just rambling nonsense. And the main guy, what was the actor's name?
Goodness knows.
Yeah, but I don't think he was very good. It was just
It-
whole thing, and
From what I read about it, it was supposed to be about a bank robber, a thief who wants to give it all up and become a rock star. But you kind of saw very little of that. There was
oh,
no sort of story to follow.
no, no. I mean, one moment he kind of wanders into some sort of rundown sort of club, and he just sort of gets up on stage with the band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you think, why is he doing that? And Lena Lovitch seems to be just sort of hanging around most of the time.
She seemed to be the most sane person there.
Yeah.
That's
Nina, yeah, Nina Hagen spent most of her time with like pale makeup on her face and black
Yeah.
over and around her eyes. She looked either drugged up or pissed up, or and
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it starts off, doesn't it, with that there's a really badly staged bank robbery, and then you've got Lena Lovitch doing the sort of voiceover saying, "My name is Lena Lovitch, and I play a bank robber."
yeah, there was like a mixture of
Yeah.
Dutch, and then when Nina spoke, they translated it into German, or and then there was bits of English,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the whole thing was like a hodgepodge.
Yeah.
There was no story to follow.
No. It was
I
just
can't watch it now. Then
it was just sort of weird, and I kept sort of waiting for something to happen and sort of like for the whole thing to click and think, oh yeah, that's what it's all about, and it never did.
No. I mean, then there was like a weird marriage scene, wasn't there? When some I don't know, some idiot were trying to be a vicar or a priest. I'm not sure if he married Nina Hagen and the main character bloke.
Yeah.
It looked like some sort of weird marriage ceremony.
Yeah, but there was that really weird bit when he's hanging about outside somebody's house, and it's obviously somebody posh, and the sort of daughter and the father go out, and he sort of immediately, or mother, I think it's the mother and father go out, and he immediately breaks into the house.
Yeah.
And you think, what's that all about?
Well, I think the best scene, he was in the bath with Nina Hagen, and you saw her threatening bits, and that was probably the best bit of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. That says it all, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Her friendly bit.
Hagen. No, that's
Yeah. But I mean, the band, who presumably it was a Meteors, they weren't very good.
There was a scene, wasn't there, when they were playing? Because but there were members of Lena Lovitch's band there. I recognised the big bald-headed bloke.
Yeah.
You'd know him from the Lucky Number video.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the big bald-headed bloke with the dark glasses playing guitar. I wouldn't know one member of Nina Hagen's band from another, but there must have been a mixture of them there. But whenever Nina Hagen sung, I mean, there was a scene where at a bar in a club or whatever it is, and Lena Lovitch was sort of singing or whatever, and all of a sudden Nina Hagen would perk up and she'd be
yeah,
not trying to sing operatic.
Most has probably summed it up. Artist Sound like art school students on drugs and always in bad it's always a bad combination.
Yeah, I think you nailed that, Terry. I think that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah,
But it was supposed to be set in a punk scene.
but it wasn't though.
No, good God, it was nothing like the punk scene over here or over in America. It was something totally different, and yeah, very, very sort of art studenty, and you know, films like Breaking Glass, at least it had a story you could follow.
Yeah.
I think Breaking Glass is a good film, actually.
Oh, it's a brilliant film.
Yeah.
But if I don't know if Michael's ever heard of it. There was a British film program presenter over here in Britain called Barry Norman.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it used to be. It used to be called, the program used to be called Film,
The year
and then it was followed by the year. So if Barry Norman was still alive, it would be Film. He'd be reviewing it now. It'd be Film 2025,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah.
And I can imagine him sitting there saying, yeah, Cha Cha, Nina Hagen, Lena Lovitch, blah, 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 blah. It's shite.
Good intentions gone to crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He- oh, yeah, I'll never get that hour and a half back.
Yeah, yeah. It was.
Some films where people give, the critics give it this acclaimed review. So you watch it and you go, why do they think this is brilliant?
Mm.
Yeah,
It's
but
like Jubilee. It's one of those films, isn't it?
yeah, well, that's a strange one.
Derek Jarman, isn't it? Directed that, and it's a really strange film.
Yeah, but the music in this Cha Cha one was mediocre at best.
Yeah,
No real story to follow. Even if there was like an English translation on the screen, I could at least try and follow. What the fuck's going on. But whether that's what they like over in mainland Europe back in the day, well, good luck to them. But no,
yeah. Actually, I can remember that my brother once told me that he was over in Germany, and this was back in the sort of like late 70s, and he went to the cinema with a German friend.
Yeah.
And it was a carry-on film, so it had sort of German sort of subtitles, and Barbara Windsor comes on, sort of like puffed out,
oh
And,
yeah.
and Sid James says, "I bet she comes from Bristol."
Yeah.
And he said he had to spend the next half hour explaining the joke to this sort of German guy.
Yeah, yeah. I can well believe that.
Yeah. Bristol
But,
City.
yeah.
What's the joke?
Bristol is big in Bristol means you're
Yeah.
up front.
Bristol.
Biggest big bits.
Well and there.
Yeah.
A big fan of
So
Bristol.
nice pair of Bristols.
Yeah.
The frame.
Yeah.
Just to close on the thing about rock stars has movie stars, right? I mean, the fact of the matter is rock stars can't act. Well, very few of them, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Mick Jagger had to learn how to act for Ned Kelly and for performance, and David Bowie was a good film actor, right?
Yeah.
Not too many of them. This guy from Manfred Mann, Paul Jones,
Yeah.
Privilege.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can't find this anywhere. You have to buy the DVD. On YouTube, they will only show the trailer. There are no clips I don't know why. You know, I ripped this DVD and I started to make some shorts from it, and I got shut down immediately by Universal. Immediately,
Oh,
like 5 minutes later, you know, you can't do it
well,
for some reason. They don't want this film out anymore, and I don't know why. It's great.
Yeah,
Gene Shrimp.
I've seen Paul Jones in other stuff. He's a very good actor.
So it takes place in this dystopian world where this guy Stephen Shorter plays this rock star, and the police and the government are using him to influence kids. And so it starts off with him in a cage singing to an audience, and he gets beaten by the police in front of the audience. And that's the show, that's the entertainment. Until he rebels against the government and calls out the church for using him to fool the British public. Privilege.
yeah. All right. So I see Gene Shrimpton's in it as well.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah.
No,
Peter
I know.
Watkins is the director. He's done a lot of films about Vietnam War, and I forget the other ones. He's more of an artist than a film director.
Well, I did notice flicking through. I don't know if it's which one it is, but the Bob Dylan films on. I don't know if it's on Netflix or Prime. The Bob Marley's on the Paramount as well. So there's some good movies. The only film I've watched lately was Conclave.
Yeah, I think lots of people have watched that, haven't they? You know, it's sort of. I noticed that it suddenly came up on the front page of sort of Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, probably day after the Pope died. Yeah.
Yeah. To be quite honestly, it's not a bad film. I won't say to give spoiler alerts, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's got a real twist at the end, and it's it was a good movie. But I shall watch the Bob Dylan one. I can't remember where I saw it, which one it is, but it's one of my streaming what I stream to. So, and the Bob Marley one as well. So I've got two great films to watch.
Yeah.
Because apparently that Bob Dylan film is fantastic.
I think that Bob Marley one didn't get good reviews.
No.
Biopics never really they're hit or miss.
Yeah, but my mum Lee went to see the Bob Dylan film at the funeral, and he said it is brilliant, especially the girl that plays Joan Baez. He said she is fantastic. So that'll be worth watching just to see what okay, you got to take this as a film, but see what bits that you can take from it. What bits do you think are true?
Well, yeah. I mean, that doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
You
I
know.
mean, we all know Joan's love for Bob. You know, she was never.
Yeah.
She was never shy about that, was she?
Yeah, but I mean, these films they're never going to be a history lesson, are they? You know, they're payment, there's artistic license. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, some films do get when they get it wrong completely.
Yeah. I mean, that's I can't think of anything specific, but I'm sure there are instances where the directors have just got the tone completely wrong, and it's just a complete mess.
Yeah, it's like that the Bohemian Rhapsody film. As much as it's a good film, there's lots of things that are historically wrong.
I'm probably one of the only people who like that Andre 3000 role in the Jimi Hendrix biopic. Did you ever see that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
No, I've not seen it.
What's that, Mike?
I said I've not seen it. Is that any good?
I really liked it, but everybody, it was universally panned. But I thought it was great because they took some license with it.
Yeah. I mean, Terry just mentioned, Don Powell, Slade in Flame, because he's had a car accident, hasn't he? And his short-term memory was sort of shot to pieces. So, You know, you had to
Yeah.
sort of learn it sort of a line at a time and, you know, do the scene and then learn the next bit. Yeah. But
I think one of my favourite portrayal is The Doors. Val Kilmer playing Jim Morrison.
that
That was a good.
good.
That was excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I went to see that
film.
on the cinema, and it just blew me away
Yeah.
because Val Kilmer looked so much like Jim Morrison, and when he was doing all that performing, you could tell that this guy had studied Jim. Everything about his moves, and even in the studio when they were supposedly recording Light My Fire, I think the whole of that cast got. I mean, the guy that plays Ray is brilliant. Got all his mannerisms. No, that was a good music film. The Doors. I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
There was not a lot of footage of Jim Morrison's performances. It was very limited.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody brought a camera to rock shows in the 60s. It was the last thing anybody thought about doing. Now it's all you see, right? Everybody's got
Well,
the
yeah. Well, it's
they
nowadays.
don't watch the friggin' show.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Complete unknown.
No cameras, but plenty of drugs.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about stars that can't act. Status Quo.
Ooh.
Status Quo in Buller Quo. The acting is so wooden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really,
I think sometimes sort of like, you know, musicians are sort of almost sort of forced into doing a film. You know, it's expected of them. And, you know, against their better judgment, they do it. And
yeah, I think the Beatles were the same. I think that some of their acting was very wooden in their films.
yeah.
Have you seen the Ian Jury one?
No.
No.
It's been
Even
out
know what it's
years,
called.
that has. Sex
I
and
don't
drugs
even know
and
what
rock
it's
and roll.
called.
Sex and drugs and rock and roll.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis
Right.
is Ian Jury.
Yeah.
I'll look out for that one.
Right.
Yeah, the Buddy Holly story is good.
Is it a good film?
Well, I thought so.
Yeah. I'll give it a watch. I don't know why I don't know that film. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the Buddy Holly story. I think that's a good.
I actually got the address of one of the squats he used to live in London.
All right.
It's still there. It's right next to the Oval cricket ground.
Yeah. I bet it's not a squat anymore.
No, but according to Google Maps, it's still there. The actual building.
Yeah.
It's where he wrote most of the songs for New Boots and Panties.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally 10 minutes from the tube station.
All right. Right.
Ooh.
Oh wow. That's
Dead opposite the Oval cricket ground.
I think
Right.
I think I know where you mean.
I think it's Kennington or something like that, isn't it?
yeah. Kennington, the area into it. Yeah. So it's two. I mean, there's two tubes if you go to the Oval. One of them's Kennington, and the other one is the Oval, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oval is probably the one nearest, if I remember right.
Yeah.
But I've got it written down. I thought, well, it's literally a case of getting off the tube, walking up to the building, crash bang wallet. You've got a few pictures. Back you go.
Yeah.
What's a squat?
It's a disused property that people break into and occupy.
Oh, so he was squatting.
Yeah, squatting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's a very
London
nice.
was like that in the 70s. London was very much like that. There was lots of, big houses that were just sort of left to rot, really.
They were probably abandoned because people didn't want to pay the property taxes.
Well, who knows? Who knows? Yeah. But it
There's
was
always a reason.
not like that anymore.
No.
Because the apparently the first sort of Stiff Records offices, that they were really run down. It was a really sort of grotty sort of building, and now that's a sort of multi-million-pound dwelling. Yeah, so things have changed.
It's like
I don't know how the economy of London works at the moment. House price is ridiculous, and you think, well, how can people with ordinary jobs afford to live in London?
no, I suppose it's
They're
like
probably not British buyers. They're probably foreign buyers.
I couldn't. That's why I ended up in Northampton.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of properties. Apparently, lots of property is empty in London because it's bought up by rich foreigners, and it's it's an investment rather than somewhere to live. Yeah, because there's absolutely incredible place. It's horrible, but it's interesting at the same time. And it's Battersea Power Station. And Battersea Power Station, obviously, it was an old coal-fired power station. It was run down. It was derelict, and the developers got in, and it's a sort of like this multi-million-pound development. And
Very trendy now, isn't it?
yeah, there's like penthouse flats at the top, and there's and it's like a shopping centre, but an expensive shopping centre downstairs. And you get to this place, and there's a sort of big doorway with the sort of glass doors, and there's the concierge and other sort of like heavies in there to stop the hoi polloi getting into the into these penthouse flats, and it's just incredible. And you think, well, how can people do this? And there's like a supermarket next door, and it's more of a sort of like one of these kind of convenience stores, quite small, but it's the poshest bloody food shop I've ever been in. It's just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I last time I went down there a few years ago, it was still a building site, and it looked impressive. Yeah. But we went to a restaurant there. I got some tickets, some complimentary tickets to this restaurant. One of the people I used to work with, their friend did some work on it, and they got some comps. And we went there for lunch in the one summer's day. It's a nice restaurant next to the river, but boy, is it expensive in there.
Yeah.
For a simple Caesar salad, they wanted 15 quid.
Wow.
And that was about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
20 quid for egg, chips and beans.
Yeah.
Bread and butter's extra.
Yeah. And a pint and a half a pint of beer was £9.
Oh. Yeah.
God, I'm not paying for this.
That's but I mean there's a saying that we have, particularly up north, when something is expensive, particularly if beer in a pub is expensive, you go, bloody hell, that's London prices. But, that is, 9 quid for a half, that's London prices plus, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was the area. It
better not have been John Smith's.
Oh, wow.
No. What bit have you got, John Smith's? I'll have a cider.
Yeah.
Is that John Smith's in a can, big or small?
Yeah, horrible, isn't it?
The other day, I decided to pop down. It was a nice afternoon. I finished all my bits. I thought I'd go and sit in the garden, read the paper. Walked in. I says, "Can I have a what draft cider you got?" Fruit. I says, "Haven't you got a cider? What do you mean a cider? I said, apple cider. Oh, we got bottles.
You mean like apple juice?
It's fermented apple cider. It's very
Yeah.
alcoholic.
That's a John Peel story, isn't it? About the difference between American cider and British cider. And there's I can't remember the story exactly, but it involves a kid's birthday party, and the mother was American, so she thought cider was fizzy apple juice. So she went to the
hello.
Went to the supermarket.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. So she went to the supermarket and bought some bottles of cider, and fed it to the kids. This is in the
UK. If she bought it in bottles, it was probably Bulmers.
Yeah, and apparently, sort of like, I think the story goes that sort of, later on, the sort of all the British sort of mothers, come to sort of like pick up their kids and go, "What the hell are you doing, giving cider to primary school kids?"
Yeah, bloody hell.
Yeah, Terry was at a quiz last night. 2 Cokes, lager shandy, a bottle of lager, £15.80.
Good God. How much was it for a pint at the ship?
It's not much, is it? It's
Well, I got change out of £20 now.
Yeah, for 3 pints. Yeah. I mean, it's not expensive. It's not an expensive pub, and it's it's right in the heart of the city as well.
I mean, I was only drinking shandy because I was driving, but it was still reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I mean, when we were sat on last Thursday was okay. Reasonable price. It's still reasonable for us. Okay. For those who don't know, traditionally fermented beverage made from apples and often with a strong tannic flavour due to it. But in Somerset, it's very cloudy. It's called Scrumpy.
Oh,
yes. And it can blow your head off, can't it?
Yeah.
It's
we went back in '85. We went to the scooter rally at Weston-super-Mare, and about 3/4 of a mile from the rally site, there was a small holding, and this bloke was brewing his own cider, Scrumpy.
Yeah.
And you go down there and he'd fill up a one of these plastic milk bottle things. It wasn't a pint; it was more like 4 pints or something like that for £1.
Oh, the 2 litre ones.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this was back in 1985, and good God, my guts and have never recovered. It's probably why I've got bad bowels.
Yeah.
It's like when we were kids, we went on holiday, and the granddad were there, and my nan said, "Why is that man drinking a pint of orange juice?" And my granddad, he did the Alf Garnett, "You silly."
Yeah.
Scrumpy.
Yeah.
He said, "Not your bloody socks off that stuff."
They used to sell it in Newquay, and it was called Cripple Cock.
Yeah.
It sounds like moonshine.
I like to come to it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably like the British equivalent of moonshine.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, Newquay used to do a bitter called Steam Bitter, and that was as they liked to brew stuff down there a bit strong, didn't they? Oh.
But that's it. I think cider was kind of like somehow sort of escaped a lot of the sort of laws sort of governing alcohol, because it was always cheaper, wasn't it? You get more alcohol for your money with cider.
Yeah.
And it seemed like, particularly down in the West Country, that anybody could just sort of like, brew up some cider, ferment a few apples, and away you go,
Yeah, I mean, I've had American cider and it's pretty rank. Sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
I had some in Orlando, and dearie me.
You had some in Boston as well.
Yes, I did. And that one very nice.
No, it got spat out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but this stuff, the scrumpy, is just absolutely loony juice. I'll tell you what, Michael, you'd have a couple of pints of that, and your head would be going.
Yeah.
And you'd get up and your legs would just go. But there's a place in called Corfe Castle in Dorset, and they sell cider on the back of the bar in barrels. And that stuff was lethal. Absolutely lethal.
What's the proof of
Going
this
in
stuff?
there with my brother, we'd been on the Swanage Steam Railway. You come out of Corfu Castle station and the pub's literally around the corner. They do this really nice pork platter. It comes on a slab and everything's pork on it, from pork sausages, pork chops. And then there's a pint of cider from the back of the...
Lovely.
Yeah.
Bloody
that sounds lovely.
No vegetables, Ian?
No, it's just a pure, it's just a pork platter.
Blasphemy. Vegetables. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Explain, Michael. Vegetable?
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Chips.
Chips. Fries.
Yeah, got it.
Do you think we eat healthy over here?
No.
No, exactly.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
I remember being
bacon
in
and butter sandwich.
Yeah.
Bacon and butter roll.
Oh, you can't beat a bacon roll, especially with egg as well. A nice dollop of brown sauce.
Yeah.
No, it sounds incredible. It sounds incredible.
I mean, that is a butty, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Well, or a chip butty. You don't know what you're missing.
I know.
But
In New York City-
when I was in America, last time I was in there was down in Florida. We went to one of these buffet breakfast places, which is fantastic. And they were doing fried chicken for breakfast. And no one of them, like, these blokes were coming in, built like outdoor toilets, and then had 6 bits of fried chicken, not just the wings, half a chicken. And you sit there going, my God.
Yeah.
Get a good old fry up down, and that's what they need.
Proper fry up, yeah.
Yeah. With black pudding as well. Oh.
He's right. Yeah, it's true. Chicken and waffles is a southern breakfast. And where were you, Ian? Where that meal of fried chicken was served? What state?
Florida.
Okay, that's the South.
Yeah, where we were up, we was based in Orlando, but we went out. Where is it? We went out on the train. Was it Lickersea or something like that? A bit further up the coast from Orlando, inland a bit. Went on the train, and we stayed a couple of nights up there, and fried chicken breakfast. I mean, I had me pancakes and maple syrup and me bits of bacon, but
but they like the bacon crispy, don't they? Over in America,
I like it like a pack of Frazzles.
Yeah. Yeah, we like it crispy. We don't like it, limp and greasy.
I like it crispy as well. I'm all for sort of crispy bacon. Yeah.
You want it
I mean,
all limp and chewy.
Huh?
Limp and chewy. That's what you want.
Yes.
God,
Lemon
we're
chewy.
really getting into carrying
Black
on.
and crunchy.
Yeah.
We must have these free for all nights. So again, this is fun. This is where you just talk about any old rubbish.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I
It's,
saw remote.
yeah.
It was a theme.
Yeah. It's liberated, isn't it?
A man with decent taste. Gammon.
Yeah.
Gammon bacon. Yes.
Yeah.
I actually bought 2 today.
You stick with us, Richard.
Yeah.
We'll look after you.
You see, the thing that I like is
Terry's just hit the nail on the head. Seen in The Likely Lads where Bob says to Terry, you don't like fish, but it doesn't stop you having cod and chips when we leave the pub on a Friday night.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
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 it's like people that say won't eat tomatoes, but they throw tomato ketchup on everything on site on their plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because it's half bloody sugar.
That's my kids' days. Wouldn't eat tomatoes, but they'll smother their burgers in relish and ketchup and goodness knows what else.
Fried chicken should never cross the road.
I mean, the thing I don't get is when people want to put curry sauce on battered fish.
Oh, yeah, fish and chips with curry sauce.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's perfectly all right.
It's a bloody.
I don't mind.
You don't live far enough north.
No.
I don't mind the
curry
don't
sauce
mind
and
the curry-
chips.
Don't mind the curry sauce on the chips.
Yeah.
It's the curry sauce on the fish.
Battered fish and curry sauce. Nah.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's lovely.
Battered fish and curried sauce on chips. Fine.
Oh, I can't even do that. The only thing I like putting on my chips is salt vinegar. And if I've got it, pickled onion vinegar.
Yeah, there's something about the vinegar out of the jar, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
I never, when I have pickled onions, I never throw away the vinegar. It goes in my vinegar pot on my chips. Thank you very much.
Where do you stand on pickled eggs then?
I love them.
Really?
Preferably outside.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, because the after effects about 5 hours later.
That's one of the things, isn't it? You know, fish and chip shops, you get a big jar of pickled eggs on the counter.
Yeah.
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 I'm from the pickled egg.
Cod and chips twice.
I was never that keen. I was never that keen on the pickled egg, but yeah.
Or a pickled gherkin.
No, gherkins are devils.
No.
I think pickled eggs are like what the Chinese have in their markets, the 100-year-old eggs. Isn't that really what it is? Just
No.
No, it's a hard-boiled egg that's
in vinegar,
filled with vinegar.
Oh God, here we go. My mum had mint sauce on everything. Yeah, my brother did. Even fish fingers.
Yeah. That's
Now,
that's the thing.
mint sauce on your Yorkshire pudding.
What about on lamb? Isn't mint is good on?
Yeah,
mint
that's where it belongs. It belongs on lamb. Yeah. Nowhere else though.
Or how's about gammon and gravy?
Oh no.
Depends on the gravy.
No.
On the gravy. No, if you've made a gravy using bacon fat,
Yes.
it's a different taste altogether. Yes, I can understand that. But would you pair it with a ring of pineapple?
Oh no.
It's got to be one or the other.
We're getting into Hawaiian pizza territory now, aren't we?
Yes.
Ham and pineapple pizza. No. Stop it. I mean, if I have gammon, I have a fried egg on my gammon.
What's a gammon?
Gammon's like the big, thick bit
It's
of
a bacon steak.
Yeah, it's cured. Yeah, cured bacon steak, basically. Yeah.
Oh, sounds nice.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You fry an egg, put it on the top, bit of salt and pepper, cut through, yummy.
Well, I tell you what's better, if you poach an egg and put it on top, then you get the nice solid white, but a really, really runny yolk.
Yes, I'm cooking.
Mushy peas, yay!
Oh, mushy peas. Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's a I mean, that's a fish and chip shop staple, isn't it?
Exactly.
The mushy peas.
There used to be a fish chip shop near where my youth club I used to run, and I used to do a thing called a pea cluster. Basically, it's mushy peas.
Oh, yes.
Fried in batter.
Yeah.
Tempura. It's tempura. Yeah.
Oh,
That's what we do that. Onions, carrots. You just get a clump of it, get it into the batter, drop it into the boiling oil. It's fantastic.
All right. We're going to have an argument. Scones, cream or jam first?
Well, I mean, the first argument is how do you pronounce that word?
Yeah.
Yes, is it scone, a scone?
Scone or scone, yes. It's scone, isn't it?
Depends if you live in Devon or Cornwall.
Yeah.
Because there was a lovely scene in that Beyond Paradise where they got the Devon and the Cornish constabulary and they put scones on the table.
And the two girls are, one's putting cream on first, the other's putting jam, and they're looking daggers at each other. It was hilarious.
Personally, I prefer to put my jam on first and the cream on top.
Yeah.
I'll go the other way then, just to be
awkward. Simon,
I would. I'd go cream first.
Yeah.
But it also depends. Sorry?
Does this affect the taste in any way? The order of the order?
It's protocol.
It's protocol, yeah.
One county does it one way, the other county does it the opposite.
Yeah.
And they get very, very
persnickety.
Oh yeah.
Territorial.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling, Richard's saying finding a true scone or scone in the US, good luck. I think the closest thing that the Americans have in their cooking would be what they call a biscuit.
Oh, I like biscuit. And I like that sausage gravy you have with it. Nice. It's all right. I'm just about to close the hole.
Let's have a quick look here.
21 votes.
On your anniversary that you were talking about in the preview of the live stream, Iain.
Oh,
what was that all about?
4 years old.
Huh?
My channel's 4 years old now.
Ah, congratulations!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you make a note of this, Dave?
It's 18.3.
18.3. Looks like I think I might go 3-1 up. Right, end of the poll. Thank you very much for those that voted. Okay, that's that bit done. Yes, 4 years old. Who would believe it?
Yeah. I think.
Nice view, Nick.
I'm just thinking Nick's description is quite sort of appropriate.
Eurovision, my heart. I see a bad moon rising.
Yeah. Come on, what have you got? Oh, got that again.
That's a good cover, though.
It is, isn't it? It kind of looks like it should be good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 10 4 years ago, probably a load of old crap.
Do you want to see what I got?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
Hang on, let's do it in some sort of order. Pick these two up from the record fair at Stamford.
Oh,
Bobby and Earl. I bet you
God.
didn't pay 46 for it.
£5.
Oh, that's not bad.
geez, that's good, isn't it? Yeah.
That's a...
Excellent.
One of those envelope type sleeves.
Yeah.
Is that 14.6 printed on the paper of the jacket?
No, it's a sticker,
Okay. So I thought.
and it's from. I can't see the date. Anyway, it's an original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
You've got
album.
that typical old laminated front cover,
Yeah.
and the matte one on the rear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can add up for a fiver. You've done very well there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably with inflation, it's sort of gone down in price, hasn't it?
Yeah, I picked this one up
Oh.
as I was leaving.
Oh.
I've already got it. Well, I thought I had. Oh, sorry, I definitely remember playing it perhaps 2 or 3 months ago. And for some reason, it's instead of the proper album that should be inside the sleeve, for some reason there's one of the records from the Sandinista album.
Oh.
And I've never owned it. So I think I've lent it to somebody. I've got it back.
Yeah.
And it's the wrong frigging record in the sleeve.
Yeah.
And for the life of me, I don't know. I can't remember who I've lent it to. Because it's weird because I don't lend records.
Bizarre, isn't it?
So I picked this up just to put the record back in the sleeve, and what I'll do with the Sandinista one, Christ knows. But that cost me a tenner. But the sleeve's all tatty, but I'm not bothered about the sleeve. I just wanted the record.
Right.
And this one I got from one of these retro type shops that has various booths in it, and they also have a record one in there as well. I'm sure Rob Walker showed this on the live stream before.
Yes, he has. We did a little quiz, didn't we?
Yeah, it's on the Ronco label.
Yeah. All Ronco, yeah, they were
Yeah,
TV advertised, weren't they?
Yeah.
there's some good tracks on here, but some of them fade out. They don't go right to the end. They miss.
Yeah, that was Ronco's thing, wasn't it? They got about 20,000 tracks on an album.
Yeah. You got 10 tracks on each side, haven't you?
Yeah, 10 on each side. But it's still a good album, still a good listen.
Yeah.
It's some good punk new wave sort of stuff on here. You got Magazine on here, Ian Jury, Pistols, Stranglers, Pretenders, Blondie, Boomtown Rats, Tom Robinson, Gary Newman, John Fox, Nick Straker Band, XTC, Generation X, The Members, The Dickies, Jonah Louie.
It's a who's who.
There's some good songs on there, aren't there?
Yeah, not bad. That was a fiver as well.
Yeah, that's
And that's
yeah.
from a
Quite
town-
like the cover as well. I think.
Yeah. This boo was in a retro shop in Market Deeping.
Right.
You come out of Stamford, and if you're heading towards Spalding and Boston and then onto the coast, you more or less drive past Market Deeping. And that's one of the places I'm going to visit again on this thing I'm planning. I picked up a couple of Ian Jury, a couple of copies of Cars on the way. There's no need for me to show them. These are the stiff singles I picked up from that shop, Mike.
Oh, go on then.
This was only £2.
Oh yeah, I picked that up the other day. Last month.
It's in really good condition. The sleeves in fantastic condition as well.
Yeah. It's not a bad song, really, is it?
No. Ian Jury wrote it and all, didn't he?
Yeah. Isn't Nick Lowe involved as well?
He's got to be somewhere.
Well, it's produced by Dave Edmonds. Is that,
Oh,
is that
I know it's one of them. Yeah.
Who is that old guy on the cover? Who's that a drawing of?
It's Max Wall. Yeah. He was like big sort of pre-TV days, really. Sort of musical, wouldn't they?
your best bet, Michael?
Yes.
Would be to go on YouTube and look for footage of him. He used to have a comedy routine.
Yeah, with black tights on, and he used to do that funny strut.
Yeah.
And America doesn't know who Max Wall is, Morrissey's nasal passage. Jesus. Sorry. I had to yell at our guest.
Yeah, so pick that one up. This is a reissue, and I'm sure Mike's got this as well. Ian Jury and the Blockheads.
Yeah.
Wake Up and Make Love with Me.
Yeah.
And on the other side, it's Sweet Gene Vincent.
Yeah. That's what's the catalogue number on that? Because that's not I don't think that's a standard sort of stiff run, is it? It's not a buy one, is it?
No. Well,
I think there are quite a few combinations of sort of like the Ian Jury songs on different
it's instead of buy one or buy two, it's got face one.
Right.
But the number is 640142.
Ah, right. Yeah. I don't know that because I've got Sweet Gene Vincent on a single, but I think Wake Up is on the other side of What a Waste as well.
I think he did.
I'd have to double check that, but
yeah. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah,
it's a reissue of some sorts.
Yeah.
But I'd have thought it would have been on more the paper, but for the label, I thought would have been sort of really shiny.
Like early label, doesn't it?
But it's quite the paper's quite matte, and rough to the touch. But it's a reissue of some sorts. But what I don't know. I'm no expert on them sort of things. Picked up that one, Elvis Costello, Red Shoes.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's on the album you gave me, isn't it? If I'm correct.
Yeah, on the debut album, yeah.
What have we got here? Lena Lovitch, Say When.
Yeah. Excellent.
I've got another Lena Lovitch one in here, which I think you've got already, Mike.
Yeah.
The Bell Stars.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Not got that one.
That was only £2. This is a promo one. Andy White, Religious Persuasion by DJ 234.
Yeah. They're good. I've only got about one or two of those DJ ones. Yeah. Yeah,
I kid you not, Mike. He had loads there.
Yeah.
It's probably a shitload there. You probably haven't even got.
Probably, yeah. Well, let's face it. There's well over 200, isn't there?
Yeah, Lena Lovitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I've got that. Yeah, got that picture of him.
That was £4.
That's not bad for a disc, is it?
No. This one.
Oh,
Ooh. Wow, that's good.
I've never heard of them.
No.
The record needs a damn good clean though. What's the number? I don't know. I should have put my glasses on. Custom label. What does it say on the back?
Yeah.
Oh, buy 156. This is another promo one, I think. Buy 54. I want to make you very happy by the duplicates.
Yeah. You're showing stuff I've not got here, Nick.
He had lots of doubles.
Yeah.
That was £3.
Eddie Chair.
Oh yeah.
That's great song, that is.
Yeah. I've not got that one either.
I haven't played all of these, but I don't recall this one.
I don't, because
Well,
there's
it was
the big single for him, wasn't that?
Yeah, I think this was it. After that, I think the band sort of was in different bits, and he was trying to pursue a solo career, I do believe.
Yeah.
Going off.
So are these below market prices? £3? Is that below market prices? Could you expect to pay like twice as much in other shops?
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's good. Yeah. I mean, it's value. I'll pay £3 for that.
Yeah.
Easily.
Do you listen to that? What's his name? David Hepworth and his mate. They do a podcast, A Word in Your Ear.
Yeah.
Do you ever see that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Because
I do,
him and his mate interviewed Eddie Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think it's a good 45 minutes or so interview. It's very well worth searching out and listening, I thought, watching.
Well, I'm going to make him big again, Simon, so let him finish singing and do his records.
This is Jonah Louie. God bless whoever made you.
Yeah.
Good song. Plug copy.
Oh, plug copy. What's on the other side of that?
Feeling stupid. I think that's like a promo type copy, isn't it?
Well, it is. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, it says plug copy. Yeah. You've got some good stuff there, Nick.
Well, a lot of it. I obviously I try to pick out the cheaper stuff because there's more expensive stuff there.
Yeah, but
I could always go back for. I've never heard of this chap, Otis Watkins.
No, I don't know him either.
I'm lost on that.
Yeah, he did. The cover doesn't look very promising, though, does it?
No, it's by 83.
Yeah. I mean, but this was one of the things that Stiff did, that they released a whole load of sort of like absolute rubbish in amongst the jams. No, I mean seriously,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it was real sort of trashy stuff, and it nearly proved their downfall.
Beat Me Hollow electric car. Oh,
Yeah. This is all
Never
this
heard of that.
all
Never
the
heard
way
of that one.
got here, haven't you? Yeah.
B-side's called Genghis Khan.
No.
I'll hold this one up the right way.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Is it? Have you listened to that one yet?
No, I've not
Is it
listened to any of these
In there
stiff
some
ones.
horrible sort of 80s production on some of these Desmond Decker ones.
Yeah. That's by 186. And finally, Dr. Feelgood. I never knew they were on stiff.
Only early on.
oh yeah. What's that one? Don't Wait Up.
Yeah. And that's by 253.
Oh bloody hell! That's near the end then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's about 270 odd, isn't there?
290. So I've got the book here. I've got the stiff book here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what album that's from.
On the B side, it's a song called Something Good.
What year is it? Is it?
Hang on.
1986.
Right. So this is Don't Wait Up, is it?
Yeah.
Because according to the book, by 253, Dr. Feelgood, Don't Wait Up, B-side Just a Minute.
No, it's got something good on there.
All right. Wow. That's interesting, isn't it?
I think that's off the Brillo album. It's from that period because that's when that came out in '86.
And it's English as well. It's an English pressing.
Yeah,
the
that's
logo
right.
change.
Yeah,
And
Mike. That was and Nick. That was Stiff. Their first album on Stiff Records was Brillo.
Right.
Released in August 1986. I knew it was that sort of period. Just checked it. Yeah, so that it was their first of 2 albums they did on Stiff Records.
Right. Yeah. So that was quite late on then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's all I picked up. But like I say, I'm planning on doing this thing. I'll start off at Stamford Record Fair. I'll go down to the stall on the market, see if he's got anything. When I went last Saturday, the only thing I had any interest in really was there's a reissue of Gary Newman's Berserker album. But I've already got it. I've got an original copy. Well, I don't really want to buy one of these fancy pants sort of reissues. If this other Uptown Records is there in Stamford, I'll go to that one. I'll go back to the shop where I got the Stiff records from.
Yeah.
Then I'll go on to Market Deepin where I got that street level compilation. Then up to Uptown Records at that garden centre at Spalding. Then there's a record shop in what's that seaside place near Ingemelds? Not Skeggy. Mablethorpe, yeah. There's a shop there. There's second hand and reissues. He had some good Slade stuff in there last time I went.
Yeah.
and then finally into Skegness itself. So that's eight different places in one day.
Yeah.
And it's just going to get something cheap from each one. You know, go in there, you know, crash bang wallet, quick look round, something cheap, on to the next one.
Oh, hopefully that-
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that Dr. Feelgood single, it seems that this book has got it wrong. So I just checked on Discogs, and it's on the B side. Yeah, is something good on all of the versions.
I don't know, but you'd
Yeah,
think
so
it'd be
the book's got it wrong. Yeah, because Discogs agrees with what you've got there.
Hello, how are you, Simon?
Yeah, hi,
Yeah, I'm
Simon.
all right. All right. How are you?
Good. They're all good.
You're all good, are you?
Yeah. Last I checked.
Oh, yeah. You sent me the picture of this Elvis Costello.
Yeah. Let me show you the record again.
Yeah, make you big.
How big of an Elvis Costello fans are you guys? Because I picked up this 12-inch single yesterday.
Oh,
Veronica. It was only a few quid, but it said about special limited edition includes free poster.
Mm-hmm.
So I opened it up just to see if it was a poster inside, and would you believe it? There is.
oh,
And
brilliant.
it's been unused. It's I would say near mint, but it's excellent condition. And,
Yeah,
I wondered if anyone would be interested.
yeah. That is brilliant. That is really good. I've got the 7-inch of that because the track was on Spike. Yeah.
Right. Do you want it then, Mike? Because I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah, it's on the Warner Brothers label.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got the I've got the 7-inch somewhere. So the 7-inch has got the same cover. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's excellent. Yeah.
I had a look on eBay just to get an idea of anyone else had a poster, and there's not many of them on there. Well, I don't think there was any on there which had the poster. But
They always go missing, don't they? They always, these things always get
normally
lost. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's yours, Mike. I'll send it to you at some point.
Oh, great. Thanks, mate. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
That's right. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, now that, Nick's been making me feel jealous getting all those stiff singles.
Yeah, there's some great ones there.
Yeah, but it's the stuff you don't usually see. I mean, it's not the sort of valuable stuff, but it's the stuff that you kind of need if you collect stuff, isn't it?
if that's if that's the size of one of the plastic tubs I've got 7-inch singles in,
Yeah.
the drawer where all the stiff singles in must be another half the size of that.
Wow. That sounds brilliant.
Yeah, Terry came up with something, Mike. It could be.
How far away are you, Mike, from the shop in Stanford?
Quite a way. But if we do the Spalding trip sometime, would that be doable in a day?
Yeah, you'd perhaps be better off going to the shop in Stamford first.
Yeah.
And then obviously on to Spalding.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's one.
Yeah, I can't. To be honest, I'm not really sure where Stamford is, apart from being in Lincolnshire.
It's up the A1 north of Peterborough.
Oh, it's north of Peterborough.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so that's nearer to me than Spalding, then, isn't it?
Yeah, Spalding's more cross country.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit out of the way, isn't it?
Mind you, Spalding's only about half hour or so
Yeah.
away from Stamford. It's just off the A1.
Yeah.
That's your reminder, Ian.
Oh yes. Yeah, I've got an early start tomorrow. So we're all right for a minute because they've got Simon up, so it's nice to have Simon up.
It's nice to have Simon up.
Yeah,
Been a while.
Yeah.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Been so busy.
Very often, mate.
And he's
So
got
busy at work.
and
Yeah.
you got a cup final next week.
Yes, I know. Big match, that one. Yeah. Nice to win it.
I would say the way that the other team's playing at the moment, I think you're in good stead there.
They're only marginally above us in the league, but I don't think any of that matters, to be honest with you. It's going to be a cup final, so, even despite beating them 3 times this season in the Premiership and in the League Cup, I don't think any of that matters. This final is going to be very different from anything,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We shall see. We shall see. Hopefully we can do it, because then I can sort of gloat to Richard McCook that we won silverware and arguably had a better season than Arsenal.
Yeah. I see that. I think from Spurs' point of view, it was a good job. There were 3 pretty crappy teams in the Premiership this year that sort of like were always going down.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to lose 20 games is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. We made a final, so all we've got to do now is win it. That's it. I mean, you can have a poor. It's set up now. You can have a poor running form in the league, but then getting to Champions League through a cup. I mean, it's kind of a shortcut, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah. It used to.
Not right, really, is it?
Didn't it? I mean, back in the day, it was a European Cup. You had to win the league, and then you got the UEFA Cup, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's right.
The Cup winners was the Cup Winners' Cup.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't really like how they done it now. I like it how it used to be years ago. Like you said,
Yeah.
that the champions should go to the Champions League, but it's all about money, isn't it?
I mean, Champions League's gone forever, doesn't it?
Then you've got the 3rd-tier European trophy as well, haven't you? The conference as well. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, if you win that, what happens to that? Do you go into the UEFA?
You go into the UEFA. Yeah, you go into the UEFA. West Ham ended up winning it, didn't they, a season 2 ago?
Yeah.
Didn't really do anything for them, did it?
I mean, Chelsea are in that final, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. But they're quite a big fish in a small pond in that tournament, aren't they? I mean, they're sort
it's kind of like a come down for them, isn't it?
Massively,
the trophy's a glass trophy like the UEFA Cup, isn't it? So that's how much it means, isn't it? It's
Yeah. Well, I think the UEFA one means more now that you enter into Champions League, so it's got that to it, hasn't it? So it's a ticket in there, isn't it, to the
look at
big boys.
The Fairs Cup, yeah.
And you had a European Winners' Cup as well, didn't you?
Yeah. The Fairs Cup, was that the one that became the UEFA Cup?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Because there was the Intercity Fairs Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I seem to remember there was some rule that you couldn't have 2 teams from the same city in the cup.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting that wrong, but this is going back to early 70s, so maybe my memory sort of get it wrong, but yeah.
I think they have some sort of rules put in place where the English teams don't play each other in the European tournament until later
Yeah,
on, the semi or finals, don't they? They
yeah.
put them in
I
certain
mean,
groups.
Champions League, it was so they could all be knocked out by PSG, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Real Madrid, but that didn't.
Yeah.
Thing which used to annoy me about the UEFA Cup is that some of the Champions League teams, if they don't make through the group stages, I think they reach third in their tier, they go into the UEFA Cup, which kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
it upset everything, didn't it? You know, you're playing
Yeah.
a Champions League team necessarily, you know, and it kind of was a little bit unfair, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all a bit contrived just for the money, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I think they should still have the European Cup Winners' Cup instead of as a knockout trophy thing.
They should do. Yeah, I think it was a better setup, wasn't it, back then? But it's all about money now, isn't it? It's all about business. You know.
Anybody want that?
Clash.
Yeah, I don't play it. I think it's a shit album.
I've got it.
I don't know.
Do you want it, Michael? Have you got it?
I've got it, but I wouldn't play it anyway. I've got it on vinyl, you know. But yeah, it's overrated. Would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what people see in it. I really don't.
Yeah.
You can have it, Ian, if you want it.
Yeah, I'm starting another CD collection.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, I do remember the Watney Cup, Terry. I am old.
The Watney Cup.
Yeah. There was a Rumbelows Cup as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
And the Milk Cup.
Yep. Yeah.
One of those is still going.
Well, that's the League Cup, isn't it? The Milk Cup.
Okay, going back to the European Cup Winners' Cup. Do you know who the last team to win it was? And for a bonus point, where was it played?
Was it a British team?
No, it wasn't a British team.
Right. I don't know.
The last British team to win it was Arsenal.
Right.
Really?
In 1994. The last one was played between Lazio and Mallorca, and it was played at Villa Park.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't. I looked that up. I didn't know that.
They haven't won too many European trophies, Arsenal.
Even my team's got a European Cup final to play in.
Yeah.
Yes, Saints, Northampton Saints.
All right.
They beat Ireland in the semi-final.
Ah.
Well, Leinster.
Spurs were the first. Spurs were the first to win a European trophy. The very first British team.
All right.
Yeah.
Was it the Cup Winners' Cup?
I think it was. I think it was against Wolves.
No, it was not England.
Yeah. So that.
Colchester beat Leeds United in the Watney Cup. Good grief.
Yeah, I think Terry.
Yeah, we're playing. So we're in a European Cup final as well. So it's all good round. Anyway, Leeds' fortune this season has been better for you, Mike, hasn't it?
What, the Rhinos, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of up and down, you know. And if Andy Gladwin is still watching, I mean, we really threw away our match against LKR. We were 8 points up with playing against 12 men. We blew it with about 15 minutes to go. Absolutely dreadful stuff. But yeah, I mean, we're doing a bit better now, and I don't know. We play Hull on Friday, so should win that one.
Should.
Yeah. But
It's a bit like this about like Northampton Saints. We play absolutely out of our skins against Leinster. We play Exeter Chiefs and bloody awful.
Yeah.
Tottenham became the first British club to win a European trophy by beating Atletico Madrid 5-1 in a Cup Winners' Cup final in Rotterdam on May 15th, 1963. Terry Dyson and Jimmy Greaves scored both twice, with John White also on target. There you go.
Right. God, Jimmy Greaves. Yeah.
Great, Jimmy
Hey,
Greaves.
that was a programme, wasn't it? Saint and Greavesy
Yeah.
on a Saturday lunchtime. That was brilliant.
Beats Football Focus now, doesn't it?
Yeah. They're too serious now.
Yeah, it's like the head of BBC wants the match today to be more about talking than showing football.
Yeah. Yeah, we will spank the Darksiders. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I've lost track now. I'm getting old.
I know. Yeah.
Anyway, I think that may be a good place to stop.
Okay.
Yeah, before we all drop off.
Well,
I think we killed it by talking about football.
Yeah.
So if anyone's got anything to hand, we'll do the thumbnail.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Yeah. There we go.
3, 2, 1. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and it's nice to have, as it's the 4th anniversary, to have the whole gang up tonight. It was very nice.
Yeah.
And it was nice just to have a free-for-all. We must do this often where we don't particularly have to speak about records and music. We just put the world to right.
Better than breakup songs anyway.
Yeah.
A dog's breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes. So there we go. So once again, thank you very much. We'll be back next week. I can't thank you, Carl. And we'll see you all next week. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Right now.